Preference content here, y'all, aka Jimmy J, aka J Lutch, aka the best in the business. I'm here talking about Nick Foles Nick Foles dressing trade rumors about AJ Brown, and and it could possibly happen. AJ Brown could possibly get trade. It's a possibility. And this is based on a lot of people's sources. It could possibly have, and Nick Foles, he's close to the Eagles, former cornerback and Super Bowl champion of the Eagles. He got us our first Super Bowl. But I wouldn't put it past it. Now am I saying this what Nick Foles is saying is 100% true? It could be true, but am I saying it, it's guaranteed 100% guaranteed to happen? No, ain't nothing 100%. At this point in time, it's just a rumor and nothing happened right now, but it's likely. It's definitely likely. Cause they've been talking about this trade rumor since the off season hit. After we got eliminated from the playoffs and AJ Brown had that terrible performance against the 49ers. Them trade, yeah, and he be giving a halfway effort. He still had a thousand receiving yards. He's still getting his numbers. He's been 1,000-yard receiver his whole time in career. He's been the top 5 player since he's been with Jalen Hurts. The grass is not always greener on the other side. You don't know how his chemistry is going to be with the quarterback in New England. So I always said that he been 1,000-yard receiver and the top 5 receiver with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. Don't let don't let any of these other media people fool you. He's an excellent quarterback. He's definitely a top 10 quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league, and but people still got doubts in their mind after he won a Super Bowl. He almost was a regular season MVP. It wasn't for him missing them 2 games. He was a Super Bowl MVP, 2-time Pro Bowler, was an All Pro. But you still question this man's talent and skill set. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, But yeah, but yeah, Eagles got a the Eagles got a long way, still a long way. The draft is supposed to be coming this week. I think it's either this week or next week. I think it's this week. I think it's this Thursday. Yeah, I think it's this Thursday. I think it's like on the 23rd. But I'm gonna do a full draft analysis, and I'm gonna do another live stream doing my mock draft live stream. So you'll stay tuned for that. And I might have a guest for. But yeah, the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles. They still got a long way to go. But as far as that AJ Browns and stuff, the AJ Brown trade that can happen. I say it's like a 50-50. It happens, and I'm not shutting down nothing Nick Foles saying because he could be right. Yeah, it's not guaranteed, but he can right. It's a possibility he could be right, and they trade AJ either post June 1st or at the draft. But the Eagles got a they got a lot of They still, even with if AJ Brown are here or not, they still got an opportunity to still make a deep playoff and potentially win the get back to the Super Bowl. But I'd rather have AJ here and get back to the Super Bowl. And I would trade him next year. To me, it don't make sense to trading him this year. It makes sense more trading him next year. Even though you're gonna get less for him, but yeah, you will have probably a new receiver that make it and they could take over his spot. The most receivers take them about like a year to get acclimated. Most times they don't usually always be prolific in their rookie year. But as far as the draft, I think we're gonna go with an old lineman. That's it. We need a tackle in the first round, and that's how the strength of the draft right now is tackle in the first round. I'm not getting the defensive end in the. I can get a defensive end, and I did plenty of mock draft. I'll go second or third round with defensive end. First round, I'm either going. First round, I'm either going. First round, I'm either going corner. No, not corner. First round, I'm either going tackle or or maybe D tackle. No, we don't even need D tackle no first round because we just signed Jordan Davis and all that. I'm going like O line first round. Going O line in the first round. But yeah, cause I would go either wide receiver or tackle in the first round. Yeah, but I don't know how good the wide receivers is in this draft. And I look, yeah, you gotta see. But I seen a lot of good receivers in like second or third round. But I would go O line in the first round, preferably tackle. But we had to see how things shape up. I'm gonna get my mock drafts in the next in the next probably in the next video. but see, the Eagles got a lot of decisions to make too. Also, you got this whole Jalen Hurts controversy, talking about he not uh, a good quarterback when he won a Super Bowl. That don't even make sense. Oh, he got good arm strength, but he got terrible pocket awareness. I said that don't got nothing to do with pocket awareness. I think he just be confused where he need to throw the ball because the play be a terrible play, calling the wrong plays. Yeah, and Pseudo had the same problem with Brian Johnson. They call you really watched the game. They calling the wrong plays at the wrong time. Yeah, then you got Jalen. Then they have Jalen Hurts looking crazy because he got to figure out what play to opt out on because the play calling is so crappy. It's crazy. But 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 they sitting there saying Jalen Hurts got terrible pocket awareness. I said they don't really got nothing to do with pocket awareness. You calling them and you gotta figure out what call you need to get out of that to get in a decent play call. And you only got like probably 3 plays that you could opt into. But they saying Jalen is trash, which I don't believe that. You can't be a Super Bowl champion and in 22 you was gonna be the MVP. You had an MVP season in 22. They get them. Oh, he needs to stick to. I say if he do that, he ain't gonna have a long career. The most dual threat quarterbacks only last 10 years. You be done in 11 years like Michael Vick. Jalen Hurts trying to evolve his game and become a complete quarterback. Yeah, trying to become a not just a tool. And they trying to say he ain't accurate. He's very accurate. He's throwing for 70% of his passes. They're 68%, almost 70% of his passes. How is that not accurate? Now, do he got to work on throwing against his zone? Yeah, it's stuff that he got to work on. There's plenty of stuff he got to work on, but that's part of the maturation game. You gotta develop and you gotta have that maturation where you gotta be able to evolve and develop the game. You stick to being there, you ain't gonna have a long career. And they say, "Oh, Jalen ain't running a lot during the regular season. He don't need to. You got a good running game. You rely on that, and then in the playoffs you gonna run around and do what you need to do. During the season, you don't need to do that unless you want to try to get yourself on injured reserve list, you run when you need to run. Yeah, you run when you need to run. And yeah, you run when you need to run. But yeah, but yeah, Eagles got a lot of going on. But yeah, that's a maturation of a quarterback. You gotta develop. You just can't be like a dual threat. Your career ain't gonna last past 10 years. You gotta evolve. I don't think Lamar Jackson figured that out. Yeah, they some old Lamar Jackson degree. I said Lamar Jackson. The only reason he get a lot of them big numbers because he throw a lot of play action and he's a great runner. But he's not that accurate. Dude, he got 40 touchdowns in 1 year, mostly off of play action. He's not a great passer. He got a lot of them off of play action because yeah, I'll be able to throw a lot action too. Based on the type of offense he running, Jalen running a different offense. He's running a different offense. His offense do a lot of play action. Jalen wasn't doing a lot of play action. And Jalen was doing more play action, more like a West Coast offense. That's what they need to get into the West Coast offense. No, they can't. They can't do because Jalen never played. He done the West Coast, and that's generally what the Eagles mostly ran before Jalen Hurts was the West Coast offense. During Andy Reid's hold, they ran the West Coast. So that's why I think they get back to the West Coast. But when they had the power, but you got some power running in the West Coast. You got some power running. There's a power running, but I think Jalen Hurts would be just fine. Well, if Sean Murray is good, Jalen Hurts should be just fine. If he's a good play caller. Yeah, he a good play caller, then Jalen shouldn't have no. Even though he's still got to learn the verb, but Jalen got to really do a lot of studying. They got to really learn the playbook. And I think a lot of that was Nick Sirianni when it comes to playbook, the play design. But this is the Crown Prince of commentating. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Like subscribe to the channel. Crown Prince of commentating, signing out. Peace.